Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Inside the Wrapper with Stogie Chaz. Tonight, we're going to be talking to the owners of Amendola Family Cigars, Christopher Monaco and Jeffrey Amendola. So, you're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Everybody, welcome back to another edition of Inside the Wrapper with Stogie Chaz. Tonight, my guest is Jeffrey Amendola from Amendola Family Cigars. Jeffrey, it's great to have you with me tonight, and I really appreciate you coming on board.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Honored to be here.
Fantastic. If you could, Jeff, tell me a little bit about your company.
Yeah, so Amendola Family Cigar Company was originally founded in 2017. A lot of our cigars were being manufactured in Durham, North Carolina at the time, select factories in Dominican Republic. Rebranded everything 3 years ago, 2019. The company now consists of myself and my business partner, Chris Monaco. We are being distributed throughout the U.S. We are working with three of the hottest factories in the industry, in my opinion, in Nicaragua. We just opened some accounts and distribution to Europe. And our goal, our mission is to make amazing cigars that we love. We love tobacco, we love blending, and we want to build a legacy business that's not going to go anywhere.
That's fantastic. Well, I knew you do make great cigars. Now, you talked about three factories. I know Aganorsa and Espinosa are two. Who's the third factory you work with?
So indirectly through Espinosa, La Zona, they are having two of our cigars being made at AJ Fernandez factory, the San Latano factory.
Fantastic.
It's our cigar called the Padrino, Godfather, and Speciale, which is the special. We did one release with them last year, and they're doing another special release for us. Hopefully we'll get it by this year. Small runs, kind of like a once a year type of special signature line. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, it's good. It's awesome, actually. It's really cool.
And your two main cores, you have your core brands, which are Cremoso, Natural, and Maturo.
Yeah. I'm smoking Maturo now.
And that's made at the Aganorsa factory.
Yep.
Tapsa. It's made at Tapsa.
Tapsa's doing our core line. Yeah.
Oh, and Espinosa is making the Cannoli series, which consists of the Sumatra, the Connecticut, and the San Andreas.
San Andreas. Yep.
Fantastic. I've had both of the Cannoli Connecticut and the Cremoso. They're both fantastic cigars.
Thank you.
Lately, as many cigars as I've smoked, I've kind of got a penchant for Connecticut's right now.
Yeah.
So I've been smoking a lot more Connecticut's, which is not bad. Kind of reset the palate a little bit.
Sure.
But those two are just phenomenal cigars. You hit it out of the box with those two. I look forward to trying the other ones.
Yeah. So the Connecticut's we have are really good. They're mild, but they have a lot of flavor.
Oh, they do. Absolutely. I'll tell you, a cup of coffee or an espresso.
The Cremoso, every morning the Cremoso.
Oh,
every morning.
You don't have to tell me. It quickly became a favorite of mine. It really did.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So tell me, how did you get started in cigars?
How I got started was, long story short, I fell in love with the craft, right? Just cigars in general. And that was in part due to my upbringing, where I grew up in New York, and where my family used to live, and where I used to associate a lot was in the Bronx on Arthur Avenue, and in New York. And there's a cigar factory there called La Casa Grande. And I remember that a little later on in my teens, 15, 16, but I used to love going in there as a marketplace and watching them roll cigars. And that kind of stuck with me, as I got a little older, and I actually got into smoking. And I moved to North Carolina about 11 years ago now, and I was looking for that cigar culture that I was familiar with growing up. And they really have it here. They have some cigar shops, but no one was really rolling cigars, making cigars. Not a lot of events, and I had this crazy idea that I wanted to do it. I thought I should be able to roll cigars, and self-taught at first, and then I ended up getting formal. I went to Tampa, Ybor City on a whim.
Delma Matos, correct?
Oh, Delma, yeah. I met her. I walked in. I said, at that time I was actually in law enforcement, and I was doing cigars on the side part time, just kind of pop up events. I would cater cigars for birthday parties, weddings.
Mhm.
None of my own. It was just
Right.
other products, or the guys in the Bronx would make me some. And it was just a hobby. It was very organic how this all happened. And when I met Odama, I told her, I said, listen, I have this little side business. It's for fun. I love cigars. And but I really think I could learn how to roll, and I want to make my own product. And she's like, yeah, pick 2 weeks, come back, I'll teach you. And I did that. I got formal training from her, and that's what really started the whole process of getting involved in the business, where I was making my own cigars, doing events, and that eventually led into becoming a brand, where we are now as a company.
That's great.
So
And Delma's a great teacher.
yeah, she's awesome. She's great.
That's a great shop
I'm
she
not.
has
I'm gonna
as
see
well.
her in a couple weeks. Actually,
Okay.
down in Tampa. Yeah.
Oh, phenomenal. Well, if you're ever in South Florida, make sure you come look me up.
Yeah, where are you?
I'm in South Florida, southeast,
Oh, you
just
are?
south of Boca.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be. Well, hopefully, I'll be living down there soon.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
look forward to it. And I'm a Jersey boy
Absolutely.
myself. I'm
Okay,
originally
yeah,
from
right.
North Bergen,
Oh, yeah, nice.
or as we used to say, North Bergen.
Yeah, not bargaining.
Um, so, what do you wish you had known 10 years ago?
A lot. uh, well, I wish, honestly, there's probably a lot of things I could say that I wish I knew, but I also respect and love the journey of learning, right? I will say the one thing I wish I did differently back then was not get involved with some partnerships that I had.
Right.
People saw this thing that I was doing, and it was like, oh, no one else is doing this. Everyone wanted to get on board. Everyone wanted a piece. Everyone wanted to, and long story. I just wish however, everything happens for a reason.
This is true.
And then which led to where we are now, and the right people in my, that are in my life and have made me and this company great. So, I wish I knew. Actually, the only thing I wish I did, I wish I went full on 100% in the way beginning and not
Okay.
waited. I was kind of, treading the water. I wish
Yeah.
I should have just jumped in, back then,
Mhm.
but everything works out for a reason.
This is true.
So
This is true.
it's a journey, right?
It is. It is. It definitely is. So, what would you say is the biggest influence someone has been on in your life?
Definitely my dad and my grandfather. He for two reasons. My grandfather, their family came here from Italy
Mhm.
and pretty much started a new life with nothing. And they were all entrepreneurs, hardworking people. I grew up with that. I always respected that and looked up to that. I was like, I want to be like that, and I would look at my uncles or friends of the family. These guys are, man, they made a life for themselves on their own,
Right.
I always looked up to that. But I will say my father, because he's my dad's not a cigar guy, but he is very supportive. And his advice to me was always just do it. Go for it.
Right.
Always, no matter what I did, because I was always trying to find my way, right? I was always trying to find my thing. What's my thing? And
Uh-huh.
his words were always, just go for it. You
Mhm.
like it? You think you could do something? Go for it. Do it. And it's always stuck with me. Even now, it does.
Okay, that's great. That's great. My grandfather was my smoking influence. He
Yeah,
smoked cigars and pipes.
yeah.
And I love the smell. I really did. I enjoyed the smell. Everyone else hated
That's
it.
what I did. That's what
I
got me
loved it.
too.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it. So, and I
Yeah.
actually didn't start smoking until I think I was 30 by the time I
Okay.
started. I actually
Yeah.
used when I moved to Florida. I moved to Florida at 29. So about
Mhm.
30, when I was 30, I started smoking cigars. And
Yeah.
ever since then, it's just been a great life and great friends. That's what I've made. Just
That
great,
that's
phenomenal
true.
friends.
That is true.
So
I will say.
a little while ago, you told me you were in law enforcement. Tell me a
Mhm.
little bit about that.
I when I moved to North Carolina, I dropped out of college actually, kind of doing a little soul searching, figuring out my life, and it's funny. I took a career placement test. I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, I knew I always wanted my own thing. Like, I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I had no
Right.
money, no backing, no experience. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do this test, see what they say, kind of for fun. And the top three that kicked back after my test was sales, entrepreneur, and law enforcement. And I said, you know what? Sales and entrepreneur, I've always kind of done. I could figure that out, but it's not going to give me health insurance and benefits
Right.
right now. So let me try. Let me apply for law enforcement. And I applied to 4 cities in North Carolina, and
Hmm.
Durham hit me back right away, and they wanted to interview like the next week. And I started my career when I was about 25 years old. They hired me right away. Um, and I was a Durham city cop for 7 years. During those 7 years, I went from being a patrol officer, then I
Hmm.
became a training officer. I was training rookies, and I did drug and gang unit. I was undercover for a little bit.
Okay.
I did special operations with that, and then I became a special victims unit detective investigator. And during all that, I was doing cigars. I started smoking more during the academy. That was like my weekend.
Right.
After all that craziness,
I bet.
like I'm gonna get into cigars more. I'm gonna really start to learn. And when I ended up getting my take home car when I was a detective, that's when it got interesting because I was active in the community and a local presence as a cigar guy. I was driving around with cigars in my trunk of my police car, because people hit me up. Hey, you come in? Hey, bring a box of this, bring some of this.
Right.
So yeah, it was a good. I had a good experience. It was a good 7 years of my life where I learned a lot. I experienced a lot.
Hmm.
Some not so good, some bad, a lot bad. Um, some things happened, and I took a step back and I was looking at my life, and I realized it was time to go and
Okay.
really focus on what my passion was or what made me happy, which was cigars.
Right.
And I walked away. I walked away.
Wow.
I took my pension, invested it in the business, and that's it. Never looked back.
There you go. And you're doing well now.
Yeah, we're doing well, man.
Now, I think I know the answer to this next question, but I'm going to ask you anyway. What's your happiest moment of your life?
Happiest moment.
I think it happened fairly
Well,
recently.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I gotta say the right thing here.
There you go.
Well, yeah, I got married 2 weeks ago.
Oh, congratulations.
Beautiful woman, and I'm very happy. With a beautiful family. So that was a great time, and yeah, that's the most recent happiest thing in my life.
There you go. You have another one you'd like to share?
I think it was just when my son was born. My son. He was actually born Thanksgiving night, 10 years ago, and The Godfather 2 was playing on the TV. So I'm sitting there waiting, watching The Godfather, because they always play it on Thanksgiving.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And sure enough, they're like, "Oh, your son's coming," and The Godfather music was playing in the background. I'm like, "This is a beautiful situation." The gods are here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. That was great. That was a very happy night for me. So,
Oh, phenomenal. Well, so you're rolling cigars. You're doing some events in North Carolina,
yeah.
and now you've got your own brand. So you have
Mhm.
your own factory up there that you're rolling your tobacco with.
So we don't have an official factory here. I have, well, yes, I guess it is. I have space where I process, store,
In
prep
in the beginning,
tobacco.
in the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In the beginning. Yeah. Actually, yeah, we had a full on situation going. Yep.
Okay. How many rollers did you have?
Two. It was just me and another roller uh, from the Dominican Republic. Actually, he used to work for Arturo Fuente. He was a manager at Davidoff. He was trying to go to New York looking for work.
Okay.
And in my search, I needed help because I wasn't a master roller. I was just learning at the time. I was capable, but not, I wasn't on that level. So I was looking for a roller to come work with me where we could work as a pair. You know, they could take the lead role. There were certain things I was really good at as a roller where we could balance off each other and I could learn more from someone that had
Mhm.
more experience ongoing. So I actually intercepted his journey to New York. My buddy was like, "Hey, why don't you fly him to North Carolina instead? See if he would do that. See what you got going on. Maybe he'll work with you
Right.
on his way." And I did that, and he came. I flew him to I moved him to North Carolina. He saw what I was doing, loved the passion, loved the vision, and said, "Look, I'll work with you for 2 years. I'll help you help procure tobacco and teach you some blending, and this will be our time, 2 years." And it was great. It was just me and him. I had one other roller in the beginning. She wasn't with me too long. Cuban roller actually. She and her husband migrated, fled Cuba actually, and ended up in North Carolina. And she helped get the ball rolling in the beginning, but ended up moving away. So it was really just me and one other roller for the
Okay.
majority of the time. Yeah.
And how have you come up with your blends?
A couple things. Like now, what Chris and I do actually is we a couple things. We get tobacco that we are interested in working with, whether it be Nicaraguan, uh, Dominican, different ligeros, and we actually roll at our house. We'll roll little fumas or test blends
Mhm.
of tobacco that we're thinking about working with, or we might have a concept. Let's try this wrapper, this binder. So I will. That's how the blending starts, right?
Right.
With us, and we will then say, all right, we like this. Then we send that to the factory, and we communicate with them on, hey, look, this is what we started. This is the blending. Let's see what you guys can do with the tobacco and in the factory, and go from there. And that's really how
Okay.
it started. Even in the beginning, like I would just find tobacco from whoever I could and start at concept in the head. I want something Habano. All right, we have Habano wrapper. Let's try these 3 different binders, these fillers that we have, and
Mhm.
go from there. That's how it starts
That's great.
for us.
That's
Yeah,
great.
love doing that.
Um, and as a cigar man, how would you describe yourself? As a master blender?
Um, I don't want to say I'm a master blender. I know how to blend cigars? Am I a tobacconist? Yeah. Am I a roller? Yes. There are masters out there that are way more advanced than I am. So I don't want to take that title, but I would classify myself as a cigar blender, cigar brand owner, cigar
Yeah,
roller. You know, if someone wants to
absolutely.
give me that title eventually, great.
Hey, you're on your way. You got to fight. You got
Yeah,
to fight with Hector, though.
yeah, exactly. See, that's what I'm talking about.
uh, and if there's something you let me see how I can phrase this. I- Is there something about yourself that you'd like people to know?
um, I think if there was something I want people to know is just that I really love what I do. I'm very passionate about it. Little behind the scenes stuff. Family always comes first. I'm a family guy, you know, and I do this business for my family.
Okay.
Like I said in the beginning, you know, I want this brand and people to realize that we're not a fly by night company. We're not another boutique brand popping up. We're a legacy brand, and I really, in the back of my mind, has always been, and Chris too, we want to build this and be able to leave it to our kids, and we want people to know that, like, we are
Right.
doing this for the long haul. You know,
That's
legacy.
great. That's great. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Your two lines, your core
Yep.
line, your cannoli line. Let's start with the Connecticut's. What's the difference between the cremoso and the cannoli?
The main difference is obviously the size. Um, you know, the cremoso is a 6x52 Toro. They both have Ecuador Connecticut wrapper, that is Connecticut seed grown in Ecuador. The cremoso made at Aganorsa, that's, you know, anything made at Aganorsa. When we use tobacco from their farms, they have a very distinct aroma and flavor profile, right?
They do. Yes.
If you smoke Aganorsa, it's absolutely, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that it is very, you can taste it. It's something
Right.
unique that they have. Also, the cremoso has two ligeros in it, and a lot of people don't realize that. But if you look, after you cut the cremoso on the top, if you look at it, you can see some dark tobaccos in there.
Mm-hmm.
We actually use Chris, the binder on the cremoso,
Is a Corojo.
the Corojo, right? The dark Corojo,
Okay.
and then we have two ligeros from Jalapa and Esteli in there that give it some really interesting flavor profiles. And then, you know, that's the cremoso, right? Okay. The cannoli Connecticut, same concept, but obviously it's a Corona size. It's you're gonna get more of that wrapper flavor, right? Because
Right.
it's more concentrated, thinner. It's a 42 ring, so you're gonna get more of that. I get more of the wrapper on that cannoli Connecticut, and we stick to traditional blending with that, where it's all Nicaraguan, Connecticut, Nicaraguan binder, fillers, but we don't double the Ligero on it. It does have a little spice notes. That's the Ometepe
Mhm.
Ligero tobacco. And they're similar, but almost completely different at the same time. You know,
True. No, very true. Yeah,
it's like
I've
they have
definitely noticed that.
similarities, but completely different. So,
Yeah, I started with the cremoso and I said, let me try the cannoli.
yeah.
So when I tried that, this is a totally different smoking
Mm-hmm.
experience for me,
100%.
and both very good, but
Yeah, thank you.
completely different experiences, which was great. And
Yeah.
that's what I enjoy. I love experimenting. I love trying new things.
Yeah.
I can't just smoke the same thing day in and day out. I have my rotations naturally, but I love to try new cigars.
Got to add things to the mix.
Absolutely. I mean, for me, for the most part, I'm an Espinosa guy, an Aganorsa guy, and then I add different things to that. And I'm quickly becoming an Amendola guy as well.
There you go.
So I do. I need to try some of your others as well.
Yeah.
Because I've heard nothing but great things about
awesome. Thank
your
you.
other cigars, and again, I'm looking forward to trying them. In that light, where can we find your cigars? Where can everyone go and buy your cigars online?
Yeah, so online, we have currently AtlanticCigars.com, smallbatchcigar.com, Smoke In,
Mm-hmm.
down your way. They have them, and in the stores in Florida. Atlantic, Small Batch, Smoke In, VSRCigarFam.com, Pravada, get them at Pravada,
Okay.
PravadaCigars.com. And there's a couple other smaller companies. If you Google Amendola Family Cigar Company online, a lot of our online retail partners will
Soon
show up.
JR
Okay.
Oh, and JR Cigars. Soon.
smoking. So
Oh, fantastic.
Mhm.
Anything else you'd like to let us know about what the future holds for Amendola?
Yeah, so the future is we're going to be making a lot of cigars and hopefully selling them. No, but upcoming is well, let's see. I feel like we do have a lot going on. We are going to be at the TPE trade show in January in Vegas. So we'll be there. Hopefully, meet a lot of people, a lot of new retail accounts there. We plan on being at both trade shows, at the TPE and the PCA. We are ramping up production now, and also in January, February, we may have some news where we might be working with a new factory.
Okay.
We're talking and being creative and trying to figure that out.
All right.
We just like I said earlier, we just opened up distribution to Europe, so that's happening with us. And we are just we're gonna keep doing what we're doing, man. We always say it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Absolutely.
So we are just keeping as best we can, keep the momentum going. Get as much production done as we can. Get out there and push it and be around people and smoke cigars with everybody and enjoy what we do.
Absolutely.
So
And it is definitely nothing like the cigar families that are out there,
it's awesome.
And I appreciate you being a member of the Cigar Smoking Italians.
Yeah, I love it.
Really, really honored to have you in that group. I hope you enjoyed our Italian Heritage Month.
Yeah, it was great. I did. I really did.
We pick somebody different every day. A lot of people want me to just do mobsters and things like that, but it's like, we're known for that, but we're known for other things. Yeah, there's a lot of great Italians out there too. We need to know about them.
Well, I do want to say this actually, and Chris was a big part in pushing the brand towards it. Was we're Italian in the cigar business,
Right?
And if you look at a lot of Americans and people that get in this business, or whether they're Italian, whatever they automatically go Spanish, right? If they start a brand,
Right?
they when we always had like not a conflict, but we're like, that's not us.
Be ourselves.
That's not who we are. We're Italian Americans, and we're proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
So in the past 2-3 years, all of our branding and marketing, we focus solely on our culture, our upbringing as Italian Americans. In our names, imaging, we got the Italian flag on the back.
I know. I love that. I absolutely love that.
So, yeah.
Every name is in Italian.
Everything, all the names.
Maturo. Some people think Maturo is that we made a mistake, but Maturo is mature in Italian.
Yeah,
right.
Correct.
Maturo.
Yeah. Right.
Little things like that.
Exactly. So, and also you have writing on the inside of your wrappers as well.
Yeah. Our slogan we use is honor, respect, loyalty, Italian. Onore, rispetto, lealtà, and that's on our bands.
And our hashtag is we are the muscle.
Yeah, we are the muscle.
There's definitely nothing wrong with being a muscle.
Put a little finishing touch in there. We got Onore on the inside, So
good.
It's great. It really is great.
And that's why I like being a part of the group too. Cigar smoking Italians. It fits.
It does.
Should be there. Thank you. And thank you for doing that. That's nice.
I appreciate it. And Chris, if you're on Facebook, I'll look you up and I'll add you to the group as well if you'd like.
Chris is not on Facebook.
He's not.
He's been getting
No, I've been trying to get him on Facebook for years. He's on Instagram.
You got to work.
On Facebook. I can't deal with all the social media. I like this. I'm a little bit of a recluse every once in a while. I like to be left alone.
He's on Instagram as the Cigaraholic.
Okay.
But yeah, Facebook.
That's all right.
He deals with Facebook. I deal with Instagram.
There you go. Well, guys, I really appreciate you taking time out for me tonight and being a part of Inside the Wrapper. I wish you much success going forward. And
Thank you.
we look forward to see what it's coming out. We know you have some special releases. When might they be released?
Well, we are, if things go right, we should be getting a container in early December.
Okay.
So they will start hitting a lot of probably our online retailers first.
Hmm.
December and beginning of the new year. We have had some issues getting
Oh,
product.
everyone
Yeah.
has.
I know. So we've been patient. We don't want to make promises, but we've been told the second week in December. So we're hoping for that. If not, as soon as it gets, early in 2022.
Okay. All right. Well, that
I'll
sounds
keep
good.
you posted.
Absolutely. Again, thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you. And again,
Likewise.
look forward to meeting you in person.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
definitely looking forward to smoking more cigars.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chaz.
All right,
Appreciate
Jeff.
it.
Take care. Have a great
We'll
night.
talk soon. All right.
All
You
right.
too.
Thank you.